Listen to these Wrexham fans. They've got behind this team, and Wrexham are nearly home. Howard hits it long. Ref's not looking at his watch. Palmer jumps. A loose ball drops out for a throw to Wrexham. And that is the final whistle. And if you hear that cheer, there's relief mixed in with it. Obviously, Wrexham had to battle, but then, to be fair, we were down to 10 men in the first half, and we still managed to dig in. Lee scored the early goal. It looked comfortable at that point, but goodness me, George Evans' red card in the 26th minute made everything a bit difficult. Wrexham were too defensive in the first half, and it looked like we could get picked off. Colchester just didn't have the quality going forwards or the bravery to put those balls into the area, and in the second half Wrexham came out much more aggressively. We're the better team. McLean's cross was sliced horribly into his own net by Mitchell to make it 2-0, but a late goal back by Colchester just made things a bit tricky as we played out 7 minutes of added time. However, ultimately needed a lot of grit and a lot of heart and a lot of commitment, and Wrexham showed all of those qualities and win 2-1.
Yeah, it's very hard to argue with any of that. I think George Evans needs to look at himself and look at those challenges, but fair play to Wrexham. They dug in and got the extra goal in the second half, and I think that's the important one. Yeah. The pressure caused it. It was a horrible own goal, but yeah, it's the pressure making it. And if the Colchester player knew what was around him, he would have let it run out. Instead of, he just threw himself at it and killed it into the corner.
Yeah, I think a tremendous performance in the second half. Wrexham came out on the front foot, down to 10 men for the majority of the game. Put a great shift in the second half. Unlucky to have that goal scored against us in added time. A fantastic performance, and they had to dig in deep.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in the first half, maybe we were a bit passive with 10 men. We allowed Colchester to have the ball, if not to create many chances. The second half, though, was a real demonstration, at least in the first 20-25 minutes, of how we have got the firepower to just take the game to the other side. I think Parkinson used his half-time well, just to remind the players that getting in the front foot was the best way forwards.
Yeah. And Mullen playing up front was so much different. He looked all at sea in that right midfield position. He didn't know what to do, really, but when he was playing up front for the second half, those first 25 minutes, he was just on it.
It just shows the quality of this squad, the resilience. We were up against it in the first half, and to be fair to Colchester, they give us a really tough game today. But the quality we have on that pitch, the second goal killed it off. Yes, Colchester got one back and made it tricky towards the end, but what a professional, hard performance by this very good Wrexham side.
Yeah, absolutely. Just looking at the scores as well, and they've not been bad for Wrexham either. Notts County losing, and Accrington getting a late goal. It looks like at Crewe to come level. I won't mention Stockport County scoring 8 goals, but apart from that, everything's just fine. Man of the match, there were a lot of battling performances and some very good performances in terms of quality on top of that as well.
Yeah, I think McLean's got to be in there. James Jones, Mullen for some of his running, Lee even for getting involved in it. It's quite difficult. There were 4 or 5 that I thought were really good, but nobody really outstanding.
Well, you've not mentioned the 2 in my mind, so there must have been a lot of good performances as well.
I thought Cannon was excellent.
I was thinking Cannon did really well in the middle of the pitch, and Mendy as well. Just energy, just the way he was working up. No problems on his side defensively. Cannon, I think it'd be my call though. To be honest,
I was going to say Cannon.
Yeah. I've forgotten Cannon actually. To be fair, but yes, he's had a very good game. I'm quite happy with Cannon.
It's 2-1, mate. Anyway, you're outscored. Away players of the match don't count double. But yeah, Cannon was terrific from the start, wasn't he? He was front foot, winning balls, making challenges, carrying the ball forwards intelligently, looking to use the ball well when he didn't have options ahead of him when we're down to 10 men. I just thought all round Cannon was very, very impressive.
He did well protecting the defence as well, didn't he? Which is George Evans' role when he came on. Elliot Lee, the 2 midfielders, especially in the first half, worked really, really hard. So yeah, for me, Cannon was man of the match. I thought he was excellent.
Yeah, absolutely. And shame for Howard's that his worldy save led to the rebound being scored, because that was a hell of a save.
I think Howard's played really well today as well. Really solid.
Made a couple of good saves, a couple of sharp ones as well. Dealt with a lot of balls into the box when he had to in the crowd. Yeah, good stuff. That was pleasing, that, wasn't it? Ultimately, it was a battle.
I did say it'd be a comfortable win for Wrexham, didn't I, at the start?
Yeah. And you were wrong. But it was a win for Wrexham, and that's all that matters, isn't it, really?
Yeah, we go on to the next match.
Exactly. Well, Wrexham will be relieved and proud, I think, to have dealt with such a tricky situation with George Evans' early red card. Goals from Elliott Lee and an own goal by Mitchell, giving Wrexham the victory. But yeah, we'll take that certainly. With the final score of Wrexham 2, Colchester United 1. We've been Mark Griffiths, Chay Long and Andy Parkinson from Wrexham AFC.